So some people have been asking me during my live workouts, what do I eat and drink to lose weight, to lose fat, to get the abs? So in this video, I'm going to go in detail of what I eat and drink in order to, in this case, keep the weight down, and during my fat loss journey, lose the weight gradually. So let's get straight into it. So we're going to start off with the carbohydrate sources that I have. Complex carbohydrates. The only complex carbohydrate foods that I have is green plantain, potato, and cassava. You don't see the cassava in the video, but usually I have cassava along with the plantain and potato. So those are my only carbohydrate sources. Complex carbohydrate sources. Obviously, simple carbohydrate sources are like fruits, vegetables. But in this case, plantain, potato, and cassava are my complex carbohydrate sources. Along with frozen vegetables, obviously I cook them because you can't eat frozen vegetables. You have to cook them. So I usually buy mixed vegetables that has a variety of vegetables: broccoli, cauliflower, carrot, peas, green beans, etc., etc. I cook that along with the complex carbohydrate sources that I have. Now you're seeing the protein sources that I have. So this is no meat mince. So I usually have no meat mince for protein, mackerel fillets in a can, and tuna in a can. Now fresh fish is expensive, so that's why I normally have canned fish. So I usually go for the ones in olive oil or sunflower oil, or sometimes in water. As long as I have fish, canned fish in my cupboard ready to have, I'm good. Along with the meat-free sources as well for protein. Occasionally I have eggs. I usually have one egg every 2 days, 3 days. So, but my main protein sources will be meat-free products like no meat mince and fish as well. So now we're moving on to the soya drink, soya milk. Now I don't have cow's milk. I stopped drinking cow's milk maybe when I was 21, 22. So it's been 15 years since I haven't had cow's milk. So I have soya milk. So I have soya milk for the calcium. And soya milk is also a good source of protein as well. Main ingredient being soya from soybeans. So just for the calcium, not so much for the protein, I have soya milk. So now you're seeing the nutrition typical values. Now, when I go to the shop, when I buy a food or drink in a packet, I always look at the nutritional values. I read the labels. I make sure that if I'm buying food in a packet, it has to be one ingredient or very little ingredients. Like beans, I also have beans occasionally, like red kidney beans, black beans, butter beans, chickpeas as well. So when I'm buying cans like that in the shop, I always look at the nutritional value, the labels. All right, so now we're looking at the snacks that I have. So sometimes I feel like I need to snack on something. So I have raw carrots and fresh fruit like apples, oranges, bananas. Now, considering that I am type 1 diabetic, so I don't eat much fruit when it comes to snacking. Maybe just one apple or one orange, depending on what I'm doing. If I'm exercising just afterwards, or do I need glucose after my workout? So that will determine how much fruit I'll have during, after, or before my workouts to keep my glucose at a reasonable level. So now we're looking at the herbal teas and the hot drinks that I have. So we have green tea, we have masala chai, which is mainly black tea. We have turmeric as well, which is a herbal tea. And then we're moving on to lemon and ginger, along with coffee beans as well. So I don't have them at the same time. This is just showing just the hot beverages that I have. All of them are calorie free because I do not add sugar. I do not add anything in it. Once a blue moon, I'll add a sweetener. Now, most sweeteners that I know of are calorie free. So, but other than that, I don't add anything to these hot beverages or herbal teas. No honey, no sugar, no milk, nothing like that. So lastly, we're moving on to the diluted juice. Now, I am human, just like everybody else. So I do fancy something sweet tasting, but with diluted juice, no added sugar. So you see me pointing at the no added sugar sign. So that's the diluted juices that I buy. Because once again, like I mentioned, I am type 1 diabetic. So if I'm going to have diluted juice, it has to be no added sugar because I don't want my glucose levels to rise having sweet drinks. And diluted juices are usually calorie free or very, very low in calories. So once again, if you're buying these things, make sure you read the labels at the back, the nutritional values, to make sure that they are calorie free or very, very low in calories. So that's pretty much most of the things that I've covered in terms of what I eat and drink on a daily basis to keep the weight down, to lose body fat, weight, whatever the goal is. So I already mentioned that I also have beans as well, natural beans, black beans, red kidney beans, bolotti beans, black-eyed beans. There's loads of legumes out there, chickpeas. And one thing I forgot to mention is I have soup as well, canned soup. So vegetable soup, lentil soup, spring vegetable soup. I have that with added carrots, celery, white cabbage, put that in the soup. Maybe if I need protein, I'll just add some fish in there, and then you have a good meal of protein, low in calories, and various minerals and vitamins. Excuse me. So that was a great sample in detail of what I eat and drink to keep the weight down, lose the body fat, lose the weight. So hope this gives you an idea of good nutrition and makes you aware of what you're eating and drinking, and what you should do at the shop when you're buying food and drink. Anyway, enough talking from me. Hope this helps. Any questions you have, just drop it in the description box. Not description box, in the comment box. The description box is left for me to do. So if you have any questions, drop it in the comment box and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Anyway, enjoy the rest of your day. More videos coming soon.